The first thing I did was go to the head of my course. They had no idea how it worked. We sat down together and we had a conversation. They're extremely supportive of me anyway, but from the get-go I sensed there wasn't going to be much in place to help me out, because when I first started speaking to them about the situation, the fact that they didn't know what to do and they were the head of the course kind of was a bit daunting. The next thing that ended up happening was the head of the course did a referral to the complaints department. They wrote down all of my information, and as a result we had an email back and forth in which they explained that they couldn't actually hold him accountable for sexual assault. So they said, you can either contact the police or we can issue a complaint. So I thought I'd rather issue a complaint, because the reality is that as horrible as what happened actually was, I wanted him to be more freaked out by the situation, rather than being given a sexual offences charge. I wanted someone to remind him that that kind of behaviour is not acceptable. I wanted them to make sure that he knew that. As a result, I ended up speaking to the complaints department at the university, who would email me now and again. I'd provide extensive personal statements about what I went through, what I did, and who I spoke to. Very similar to police reporting. The key difference was they asked me to get witness statements. It took me about a month to collect these witness statements together. I wasn't allowed to see any of them, obviously, but there were circumstances where I had to reach people I didn't really want to talk to. But I'm glad that they did provide statements, because it really supported my case. Issue was that even though I provided them with statements and I'd evidenced it as much as I could, I gave them my social media on the night, what I was writing to people and what they were writing to me, but they then still couldn't make any claims of a lack of consent, which is a similar problem to a lot of sexual assault cases. There's always a big battle when it comes down to consent and proving or disproving whether consent was gained. As a result, because they couldn't determine that, they pulled him into a room, and I don't know what happened from there.